Hello everybody, I am so excited to be with you today for Pause Challenge Day 6. Now, we have been doing a 10-day pause challenge, and it's a challenge where if you're watching this, I invite you to pause with me, take a deep breath, relax, and ponder a question or a way to think about the world differently. It's based on my book, Pause, 52 Ways to Make More Time and Money. And it's because I believe that our best answers come from an inside place. So let's go ahead and then let's take a deep breath. And I just invite you to, wherever you are right now, take a moment to pause with me. This is only going to be a few minutes. It's not going to be long. Go ahead and pause with me, and we're going to do this together. Take another deep breath. And hello to all of you that are joining me. I want to take a moment to talk about something that's a bit vulnerable. Yesterday, I was in a group class, and as I was in the group and everybody was sort of announcing how great they were doing, and the leader was announcing how great she was doing, I found myself feeling worse and worse and worse. And I found myself spiraling into feelings of, well, she can do it, but I can't do it. And, oh, everything's so easy for her. And why does it feel like she has all of the luck? Anyone on here relate to that? If you do, give me a shout out. Give me some love on that, because it's sort of the way we all feel sometimes. And what I do know, and I knew enough to know, that what I was feeling was not only unhelpful, it was also internal. It had nothing to do with the members of the group. It had nothing to do with the leader of the group. It had everything to do with me and how I was perceiving myself and what I was doing. It was what I like to call unhealthy emotions. And you know what I hate the most, because I'm a perfectionist and I've been in personal growth and development for years and years, is not only do I have the unhealthy emotions, I know that they're unhealthy. So it's like a freaking double whammy, right? Like, you know that you're not, you know what you're doing is not what you're supposed to be doing, and you know you're not supposed to be doing it. So now you've got whammy after whammy after whammy, and you're like, what the hell, how do I deal with this? So it's this feeling of not measuring up, and that you're supposed to be further and you're supposed to be more, especially based on everyone else's story and what everybody else is doing. So what I did to sort of combat this, and I believe it's the first step, is to first verbalize the fact that you're having unhealthy emotions about something. Talk to someone about it. It doesn't have to be somebody, important or special, just anyone about it. So for me, this morning I went for a walk with Jay, my husband, and I said, listen, I did this meeting yesterday and I just felt really unhealthy afterwards. Like, I have all of this emotion about not being enough, about not being good enough, about not feeling like I measure up to the people around me. And it feels bad. It not only feels bad to feel that way, it feels doubly bad because I know I'm not supposed to be feeling that way. And he paused and he gave me some really good advice. He said, first of all, I think you need to go internal and do some meditation and some soul searching around this and understand what the deep insecurity is around it. And then you need to look external at what you can do to step into the path of where you want to go. So I did that. I got home. I did some yoga. I did yoga last night. I did yoga this morning. I went for a walk this morning. And I realized that part of the problem is that all of the things that were happening yesterday that people were doing that I wasn't doing were things that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I've been fearful around them. A couple of them were hiring some new people for more support, looking to get some more support around sales. It's scaling and structuring the business on a higher level, which is what I need to be doing right now because we are growing and growing fast and I can't seem to handle it all. And when I realized that it was just triggering this inadequacy of what I wasn't doing, it made it a lot easier. And then the second thing I did was really be compassionate with myself around what I have done. So I made a list of all of the things that I have done and all the places I have grown. And the third thing I did was put on the calendar when I was going to start doing these things that I was afraid of. Now, it happens to be that this week I'm leading a client group, so I can't do a lot of actions aside from leading the group this week. So I put it on the calendar for over the weekend and next week. And I also put on the calendar just some emails that I could write during lunch so I could start making progress towards going in the direction that I want to go in. Now, if this is coming up for you, I want you to just pause with me now. And I want you to ask yourself, where am I comparing myself to other people and not measuring up? And if it works for you right now, grab a pen and paper and ask and write down at the top, where am I comparing myself to other people and not measuring up? And then I want you to ask yourself, where am I not measuring up to myself? Where am I comparing myself to a version of myself, either in existence or not in existence, and I'm not measuring up in that way? We often do this to ourselves. We compare ourselves to a perfect version of ourselves. And if you can, grab a piece of paper, write that question down, write on it, even just for 20 or 30 seconds that we have together here. Remember that this is a pause moment, a moment meant to have you stop and think and come to some truth about yourself. Go ahead and take a deep breath. And take another deep breath. And I ask that you be compassionate with yourself around where you're not measuring up, around where you're comparing yourself. And then my suggestion for you is to start to think about, what are the root reasons? What are you afraid of? What have you been avoiding? What are you procrastinating on where you don't feel like you're enough? And what is one action that you could take that would move you in that direction? That's my suggestion for you. That's my challenge for you after this pause moment. And know that if you'd like to pause with me more, we're going to have actually 10 days in the pause challenge. So you'll see me on Facebook Live, and you can pause with me each day. And also we have our Pause for Profit program. The next live class for the Pause for Profit program is September 13th, next Wednesday. I'd love to invite you to join me. It's a 4-week program where we're taking moments to pause each week. And the link for the Pause for Profit class is in the title and also in the comments below. Here's to us, you and I together, stopping the comparison, or at the very least seeing it and getting to the root of what it's really about. And for us to see that we actually really are more than we ever think that we are, more than we think we are. Thanks everyone. Have an amazing day.